So you need to determine who it is that you're talking to. So my mom had this saying when I was a kid. She used to say, "Who do you think you're talking to?" That was her response of when we were being disrespectful, right? But it's a very important statement because we've been doing all this talking about, or it's a very important question, because we've been doing all this talking about illustrations, and a lot of times the illustrations are not gauged properly because we haven't clarified who it is that we're talking to. And I want to spend the next few weeks talking about audience because I remember in undergrad learning about, you learn to exegete the text, to interpret the text. But then there's the need to interpret the audience and to understand the audience. And I think that it can't be overstated the importance of understanding your audience, because when you understand your audience, you get an understanding of the way you need to connect with them. And a lot of times I hear a lot of illustrations that they might be meaningful illustrations, but they're just not, they're ill equipped to engage the audience. For instance, you wouldn't want to be talking to a group of musicians about, or put it like this, a classically trained symphony, right? You're talking to a symphony orchestra, and you're using all these film references. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not, it's good because it's art, but it's just not as quality as an illustration that uses music and classical music pieces. If you're talking to a symphony orchestra, you kind of got to know enough about their vernacular and their values and the things that are important to them in order to connect with them best. So you're not going to come in talking about all these classic films when you really should be talking about classical music. You know what I mean? And so that's the kind of thing that I'm talking about. It's about getting an understanding, getting the in-depth understanding of your audience so that you can connect with them powerfully. So we're going to talk for the next few weeks about connecting with the audience and understanding the audience, right? And so come back to the thinking chair, and we're going to keep talking about audience, right? Making sure you connect with your audience so that we can create quality church content.